How are we doing? It's great to see so many of you here, truly is. So with that, good morning, Fresno State faculty and staff. Thank you, Patricia. Good morning. Thank you. And thanks for that welcome, by the way. That was awesome. Thank you, Patricia, for your energetic introduction on behalf of the Staff Assembly. And also thank you, Dr. Hall, for your warm welcome and critically important message. It's always uplifting to see so many of you here gathered together as a reminder of the steadfast, compassionate, and creative energy that powers our campus each and every day. As we open this academic year, we do so against a backdrop of policy and economic instability in higher education, shifting funding realities, and ongoing social tensions. These challenges are palpable and impact all of us. But what grounds us and what defines Fresno State is our unshakable core identity as a university rooted right here in this valley of ours. And the vibrant core that palpitates with energy emanates from you, specifically. The staff and faculty who made it possible for 6,100 students to walk across the stage at commencement this last May. Give that a round of applause, please. I am resolute when I say this. Your work is impactful. You transform lives, you empower families, and build our valley's future one person at a time. In navigating these unfamiliar waters, advocacy at the state and national levels is critical. Most importantly is the value that education provides to our economy and society. Our diplomas power the economy. That's the message for today. Fresno State graduates approximately 6,100 students each year. Collectively, get this, the CSU awards 130,000 degrees, fueling the local economies of communities across the state. The value is clear. The CSU specifically powers California, the fourth largest economy in the world, while increasing opportunity and mobility of our hardworking students. That's my message. Our diplomas equal economy, equal society. Hence, for the sake of the Valley's economy and the well-being of our communities, Fresno State remains steadfast in protecting student safety and ensuring a sense of belonging. We redouble our commitment to civic dialogue by celebrating the diverse identities, I am one of them, that make us strong. The rich histories and unique contributions that each one of us brings to shaping the future of this, our valley, and this, our nation. As the budget is of paramount importance, let me now review the budgetary timeline so that we're all on the same page. All of this information is documented on our budget webpage, which we update regularly to ensure full transparency. The CSU system experienced a significant financial gap such that funding did not cover obligations. $138 million gap in 23-24 and $218 million gap in 24-25. Two, in January 2025, Governor Newsom initially proposed a $375 million permanent cut to the CSU's 25-26 budget, our current budget. We collectively advocated these proposed cuts. Three, in May 2025, Governor Newsom revised his original proposed cuts to a $144 million permanent cut to the CSU budget. For Fresno State, this translates to a $7 million permanent reduction that we still have to deal with. There's also an offer for a one-time loan to the CSU for $144 million, which has to be repaid at the end of the year. So it's a loan for a single year. Four, let's review the compact. In May 2022, Governor Newsom agreed to provide the CSU a 5% increase in our permanent base budget for 5 consecutive years. Each year, we would receive 5%. In return, we promised to increase enrollment by 1% annually, increase graduation rates, and decrease equity gaps. For this fourth year of compact funding, the distribution would have been, notice that verb, would have been $252.3 million of permanent funding. Permanent versus one-time is going to be important. However, the governor and legislature deferred this year's $252.3 million to two future distributions, a permanent $100.9 million in 26-27, and another permanent $151.4 million in 28-29. Let's do a budget recap. I know it's a lot of numbers. The CSU suffered a combined budget gap of $356 million in 23-24. And this amounts to $12 million in unfunded ongoing expenses for Fresno State over that 2-year period. This year, the CSU is experiencing an additional 3% cut to its base, which amounts to $144 million. This, for us, is $7 million of permanent cuts at Fresno State. The permanent $252.3 million compact money, originally slated to disperse this year, which would have helped us a lot, was split into two future deferrals, $100.9 million in 26 and $151.4 in 28. I know, it's a lot of numbers. The bottom line is negative 3% to our budget and no compact funding for this year, both deferred. Thus, the CSU's budget has not been made whole, as Sacramento has signaled. While the 3% cut is less devastating, thank you very much for not giving us an 8% cut, than the original proposed 8%, it still leaves Fresno State to account for $7 million of permanent cuts amidst rising costs. Electricity, for example, is 20% more this year than it was last year. The governor has also stated that this allocation is not final. This is the kicker. This is not the final budget. It could not be the final budget and can change for the worse come October or November. This is why I need you to understand what's happening. So, in light of these setbacks, I have decided to use one-time carry-forward funds for this academic year to temporarily cover the $7 million shortfall that is permanent. This is a temporary solution that only buys us time this year, as these one-time funds cannot cover recurring, foreseeable, permanent needs. Therefore, given the use of one-time funds to address permanent expenses, our budget for 25-26 this year is not structurally balanced. A structurally balanced budget means we are living within our means, relying solely on money we have, thus allowing us to remain financially solvent into the future. We must work together, therefore, to achieve a structurally balanced budget as we continue to explore new revenue opportunities and collectively advocate to the governor and our legislature, our elected officials, to reallocate the proper funding to the CSU. Our core request to our elected officials is that they, one, restore the $144 million cut from this year's budget. Two, fully fund the compact of $252 million for year 4. We would be in a completely different situation were these two positions on the table. We are committed to transparency throughout this process. We will continue to update our budget website with FAQs, detailed resources, and all campus communications. If the governor and the legislature signal a negative change to our budget, we will clearly communicate all deliberations and the resulting course of action, always keeping the university's mission front and center and always in collective dialogue with all of you. In the midst of these fiscal realities, our priority remains clear. You, our people, are fundamental to ensuring Fresno State continues to serve as the economic, intellectual, and social keystone of this, our valley. That means we must come together to advocate for the reversal of the cuts to the CSU. These cuts deeply threaten the quality of education we have sworn to provide, and in doing so, they threaten the economy of California and the social fabric of our communities. And as you all know too well, this constant chipping away of state support to our operating budget has direct impacts on salaries and workload. The governor and state legislature continue to put the CSU in an untenable position where our continued success rests entirely on the shoulders of the dedicated staff and faculty who rally behind Fresno State in our vision for a collective shared future. You, and only you, make our 61 graduates a reality. You deserve to have these efforts recognized by our legislators with funding sufficient to provide greatly needed salary increases commensurate with your years of committed service and work. Please know that at every opportunity, whenever I have the ear of our governing officials, I advocate for Fresno State staff and faculty. I shout from the rooftops how much we contribute to the state economy, how we innovate, grow industry, contribute to national security. 25% of the food is produced right here. We are national security. I emphasize that none of this is possible without adequate investment in the CSU and the people who drive these efforts forward with their daily and dedicated work. But more is needed, much more. I want to emphasize that our elected officials respond to our shared collective voice. That's you and me together. If I go on my own, I'm just one person. It's expected from me to say something to support Fresno State. If you collectively do it, it's something else. Any present and future cuts, I'm going to repeat that. Any present and future cuts can be reversed based on feedback from the constituents. That's you and that's me. For now, our immediate challenge is financial solvency and rebalancing the budget. In this, I'm grateful for the know-how of a consummate professional who has joined our Fresno State community and is guiding us in these complex budget matters. Our new CFO and Vice President for Administration, Mr. Matt Hawkins. Give him a round of applause, please. He's right up here. VP Hawkins brings fresh energy to a commitment to transparency. He was the Executive Vice President and Chief of Staff at Ivy Tech Community College, Indiana's largest public post-secondary institution and the nation's largest singly accredited statewide community college system. The other critical member of our campus helping us develop our budget is Mr. Jeff Blanks, our new Director of Budget Planning and Management. Where's Jeff? Over there. All right. Thank you, Jeff. Now, to meet these budgetary challenges, our main focus is to leverage our most visible and far-reaching assets to generate revenues that will advance our commitment to serve our valley. How do we diversify our portfolio so that we are able then to better meet the challenges of today? One powerful example is Fresno State athletics. Athletics instills pride and unites our community in an appreciating the value of a Fresno State degree. I am grateful that Garrett Classy, our athletic director, is taking every possible opportunity to diversify our financial strategy. Last year, our Fresno State football program led the nation among a group of 5 schools in attendance, averaging over 40,000 fans per game, the highest since 2001. Our student attendance alone averaged over 5,000 per game, demonstrating the strength of Bulldog spirit as an element of retention and belonging. Additionally, events like the sold-out Shakira concert at Valley Children's Stadium reflect our commitment to generating revenue while putting Fresno State on the map with world-class cultural experiences. Next summer, our move to the Pac-12 conference will further position us for future financial opportunities that will benefit and diversify our revenue streams. While we pursue new revenue opportunities, we also know that some steps to protect and enhance the student experience require difficult decisions on our part. It is in this context that I want to speak candidly about the increase in our student fees. We did not take lightly the decision to increase student fees. We clearly understand the financial pressures many of our students and their families face, and we approach this process with care and in conversation with the campus community. It is important to emphasize that this decision will allow us to secure more resources for our most vulnerable students, thus strengthening our student success. Fresno State managed to forestall any student fee increases after 2008. Since then, the needs of our students have evolved, requiring stronger academic support, expanded wellness services, and a vibrant campus life that fosters connection and Bulldog pride. Even after the current adjustment, Fresno State continues to have one of the lowest student fee rates in the CSU system, remaining below the system-wide average and lower than Bakersfield and Stan State. The implemented fee increase will generate approximately $11 million a year, all invested in initiatives that directly benefit our students and increase the value of their degrees, including funding paid internships and expanding supplemental instruction to almost 50% of our students, doubling funding for the Collegian, expanding the Amendola student cupboard, launching the Bulldog Express shuttle, and growing holistic wellness resources, supporting club sports, intramurals, intercollegiate athletics, and the Bulldog Marching Band as meaningful life campus experiences, enhancing support to the Center for Essential Needs, ensuring more students are supported with critical needs such as housing and security. The enhanced power of our students will therefore strengthen our success in our mission, graduating leaders who sustain and improve the economy and the society of this, our valley. It is exactly our students and the experiences we provide that show why Fresno State matters now more than ever. We have deep-seated roots in the valley, and they are uniquely ours. But what does that really mean in practice? Consider how our interior design students are designing bus stops for the city of Fresno, combining engineering and interior design in a cross-disciplinary, hands-on learning experience that has the potential to improve public transport for countless community members. Or take the Humanics Students for Giving project, where students in the philanthropy and grant-making course awarded $33,000 in grants to Central Valley organizations focused on youth services, restorative justice, and economic equity. It's hands-on, heart-driven learning that cultivates leadership and deep civic responsibility. These are just two examples of how our programs have a tangible impact on the community we serve. We are shaping the economy and social vitality of our valley through our graduates. This is why Fresno State matters, not just to our students and alumni, but to our valley, to our state, and to our country. In the face of policy instability and rising skepticism of the value of obtaining a college degree, it is important to say the following clearly and securely. Higher education, it's not a luxury. It's a public investment with profound returns that fuel the economy and improve the social infrastructure of our valley, our state, and our country. When we last met, many of you shared a desire for more ways to advocate for Fresno State, share our story, and build pride. Today, I am proud to announce Fresno State Today, our new centralized, audience-centered content platform that will amplify our storytelling with consistency and clarity, helping us speak with one unified voice that celebrates our talents and our direct contributions, again, to what? The economy and the society of our Central Valley and beyond. In this spirit, the summer issue of the Fresno State Magazine has launched a new ongoing course spotlight series. This series takes audiences inside some of our most successful academic classes, samples of the many courses that engage our students with unforgettable hands-on experiential learning and real-world application. The knowledge becomes secondhand to them, embedded within their DNA. These courses are led by dynamic faculty tied to valuable industry partnerships and often include service learning components that allow our students to give back. To launch this series, we focused on our first, there are many more to come, 5 courses. Bee Biology Apiculture with Dr. Jacob Wenger in plant science, where students suit up and work hands-on with hives, learning about the critical role bees play in our valley economy by pollinating cash crops like almonds and stone fruits. Advanced Dairy Processing with Kelly Williamson in food science and nutrition, where students work to develop new dairy products, then partner with business students from Dr. Emil Milevoj entrepreneurship course to pitch an entire business plan to industry leaders, advancing economic innovation, where? Right here in our nation's top dairy producing region. Sport and Entertainment Facility Operations with Dr. Michael Mahoney, a unique course where students learn event production, risk management, facility operations, while touring iconic venues like the Rose Bowl. The Chief Operating Officer of the Rose Bowl, alumna Janessa Castillo, credits this course to launching her career. As entertainment fuels our nation's economy, we saw that with Shakira, 2.18 million to the region. This is a critical class. Sensory Evaluation in Viticulture and Enology with Dr. Yilian Cheng, where students explore applied winemaking concepts, developing skills in sensory science and quality evaluation essential to California's wine industry economy. And Puppetry in Education with Dr. Nicola Olsen, a course designed for future elementary school teachers, where students learn to use puppets to enhance creativity and curriculum in their classrooms, with a service learning component that expands theater in our community. Imagine what would happen if more were to go to the theater, to our society. We'd be better off. Each of these 5 courses reflects what makes Fresno State special. Your commitment to transformational learning and our students' willingness to blaze new paths, discover their passions, and thus power, again, the economy and society of our region and our state. It is because of our unique sense of place, rooted in the valley, yet connected to global industries, that we are able to create these opportunities for our students. Few institutions can claim that. Hence, the work of our faculty and staff makes possible Fresno State's long-standing legacy of success. It's your dedication, your impact, that fuels a critically important source of support of our university. Philanthropy. This year, for a second year in a row, shout out to that, we recorded the second highest fundraising total in our history at $38.85 million, which included 13 remarkable gifts of $1 million or more. Give that a round of applause. A powerful example is the transformational gift from Dr. Janet Loring, the founder of our Theater for Young Audiences program, who bequeathed over $4.8 million through her trust. Her gift has established the Dr. Janet Loring Chair in Theater for Youth and will sustain the program in perpetuity, expanding access to the arts for generations of Valley children. I knew Dr. Loring personally. May she rest in peace, and may her legacy live on evermore. This is the power of your work. It engenders trust, sparks generosity, and ensures that Fresno State will continue to inspire philanthropic partners that strengthen the Valley for generations to come, thus sustaining a tradition of excellence that extends far into the future in economic and social terms. I want to thank Vice President Crook and the University Advancement Team for stewarding these vital partnerships that advance our mission. Thank you, and give him a round of applause and his team. So just as philanthropy reflects the community's trust in who we are, our innovation reveals who we are becoming. This fall, and I hear you, Dr. Hall, very much, we're launching a new webinar series called The AI Conversation, hosted by Vice President and CIO Dr. Bao Johori. It's a space for faculty and staff to share how they're using AI in thoughtful and creative ways, whether that's in the classroom, research, or daily work. More than anything, this series is an opportunity to pool our experiences and learn from each other about how we employ these tools with integrity, curiosity, and efficacy. We welcome your input. This is your time as we explore how we can shape this emerging technology right here at Fresno State. Thank you, VP Johori, and the entire team in Technology Services for guiding us as we enter this phase. Thank you. Also on the horizon this fall, we will host our WASC accreditation visit on October 8th through 10th. Under the thematic Pathway for Reaffirmation, our chosen theme, Flagship of the Central Valley, is not just a title. It is a commitment to the values that define Fresno State. What does this mean in practice? It means that Fresno State's influence reaches across all sectors, again, of our valley's economy. We work in partnership with industry and community partners, and together we are building a model for how higher education can remain rooted in place while innovating solutions to address our most pressing matters. During their visit, WASC will host forums to meet with students, faculty, staff, community members. We would encourage you all to participate. My service as a WASC commissioner and now as secretary of WASC has provided me with valuable insight into what accreditation truly means to Fresno State. This is our opportunity to self-assess, to be proud of what we've accomplished, while we envision ways to innovate and expand our deeply meaningful educational mission. Thank you to Provost Fu, Dr. Hassan, Dr. Fraley, and our WASC team for leading this critical effort. Give them a round of applause, please. So to conclude, as we prepare to welcome our students back for the fall semester, please know that I am truly grateful to each and every one of you for your dedication and your contributions to achieving our noble mission. As we face the semester ahead, we do so with resolve. As a token of thanks and to ramp up our Bulldog spirit to this fall, I am thrilled to share that once again, each of you will receive 2 free tickets to our upcoming game against Georgia Southern on Saturday, August the 30th. Please look for an email from AD Classy with instructions on how to claim your tickets, and I look forward to seeing you in the stands, celebrating our students, our athletes, and our Fresno State spirit. Thank you, AD Classy, and our team, and your team for this opportunity. Let me close today, and again, I'm so glad that so many of you are here. I want to leave you with a reminder of who we are and what truly makes Fresno State extraordinary. With every opportunity I have, I advocate for you, our staff and faculty, as you embody within your DNA the pride of the Valley that makes the dreams of 6,100 graduates a reality. It is your dedication, your care, and your belief in our students that transform classrooms into sites of discovery, turning challenges into opportunities and dreams into achievements. Rooted in place, committed to access, excellence, and the pursuit of knowledge, determined to meet the challenges of tomorrow while serving the needs of today. This is who we are because of you. So now, it is my great pleasure to close out today's presentation by sharing with you our new institutional video, Pride of the Valley, narrated by alumnus Manuel Holguin, Jr., the founding member of the university's Chicano Alumni Club, and in partnership with athletics, this piece captures the heart of who we are, what we stand for, and the collective spirit that guides us forward.
force. Pride inspires us. Pride fuels us. Pride propels us. Pride is community. It's care, commitment, and courage. Pride is discipline. It's industrious, meticulous, and relentless. Pride is doing things the right way because it's the right thing to do. In this valley, our pride comes from our people. You feel it in our grit, sense it in our grace. It's deeply rooted in each of us, our values, virtues, and valor. In this valley, we've never been afraid of an honest day's work. In this valley, it's always we over me. So when we speak of pride, that's how we define it. It's family, loyalty, and tradition. It's resilience, compassion, and love. It's anybody, anytime, anywhere. It's who we are. It's ingrained in our DNA. And it's why we will forever be the pride of the valley.